Now, KKTV 11 Sports.
You know, when I left the football field in April, I was looking forward to this day right here.
Tony Romo making his CBS announcing debut today, and he wasn't the only one looking forward to this day. Football is back. Most of the country saw the Chiefs upset the Patriots on Thursday, but for those of you that missed any of the 12 games today, I've got you covered. The Raiders living up to their hype as they paid a visit to Tennessee Titans today. Scoreless in the first half until Amari Cooper battles his way into the end zone. We're going to jump to the fourth quarter. Raiders up 16-13. Derek Carr finds Seth Roberts for the 19-yard touchdown. Carr, 22 for 32, 262 yards as the Raiders get the 26-16 victory. Well, the Sunday night game, Cowboys hosting the Giants. And you know what? The Broncos taking the Cowboys on next Sunday, by the way. Second quarter, Dak Prescott hits Jason Witten. Witten becomes the Cowboys' leading all-time receiver in this matchup. Cowboys have no problem with the Giants in a 19-3 win. Browns opening up their season hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. This set the tone for the game. Britton Colquitt has his punt blocked by Tyler Matkovich. Steelers take the early 7-0 lead. A nail-biter in Cleveland, but Big Ben and the Steelers were able to run out the clock thanks to this amazing catch by Antonio Brown. 21-18 the final. Back to the NFC, the Falcons flying to Chicago to face the Bears. Fourth quarter, 13-10 Falcons with the lead. Matt Ryan for Atlanta finds a wide open Austin Hooper. He goes 88 yards. Ryan finishes with 321 yards and this touchdown. Falcons finish with a 23-17 win. Well, jet lag didn't slow the LA Rams down as they paid a visit to Indianapolis. Injured Colts quarterback Andrew Luck could only watch as his team was steamrolled by the Rams. LA with the 46-9 thumping over the Colts. Might not see Luck in action until October. Well, Broncos fans know the name Shanahan. Mike's son Kyle in his first game as an NFL coach as his 49ers hosted the Panthers. This game full of Colorado connection. Second quarter, 7-0 Panthers. Cam Newton finds Christian McCaffrey for a 15-yard gain, leading to a field goal. McCaffrey with 47 yards rushing, a leap there. Panthers win, though, 23-3. Packers hosting the Seahawks. Really slow first half. Third quarter, 7-6 Packers. Make that 14-6. Aaron Rodgers rolls back and airs this ball to Jordy Nelson. 32-yard touchdown pass. Rodgers in the 300 club today with 311 yards in the air. The Pack grounds the Seahawks 17-9. Matthew Stafford wasn't in the 300 club today as his Lions welcomed in the Cardinals, but he tallied 4 touchdowns, including this one in the fourth quarter, a 45-yarder to Kenny Galladay. That may be the catch of the day. Lions win this one 35-23. Carson Palmer for Arizona, by the way, threw 3 interceptions. How about some defense? Redskins and Eagles, fourth quarter, 22-17 Philly. Washington with the ball. Brandon Graham forces the fumble. Fletcher Cox recovers it, takes it 20 yards to the house. Following 2-point conversion, Eagles win 30-17. Jaguars, Texans. Leonard Fournette getting his first NFL touchdown, powering in on 4th and goal. Jags win 29-7. Fournette with 100 yards on 26 carries. Bills taking advantage of the home field with the Jets. Mike Tolbert here up the middle for a Buffalo TD. Bills come away with a 21-12 win. Andy Dalton with the Bengals had a career high today for interceptions, throwing 4 picks, helping the Baltimore Ravens to a 20-0 shutout. Well, the Broncos, of course, get the Chargers tomorrow night at home and know that history will be made right at the start of the game. Beth Mowins will be the first woman in 30 years to call a regular season NFL game.
Really, right now, my head is in the Broncos and Chargers and game prep, and we're pretty excited about the possibility that this is going to be one of the best games of the weekend.
And you know what, Danielle, expect a lot of people to call in sick on Tuesday because it is a late kickoff, 8:20 at night. I'm working. I know you're working dayside. So.
I was about to say, getting off at 5-ish to then drive down is not something we're very familiar with, but you might be able to just, if you don't hit traffic, get there in time.
Maybe. And I do have to add, it is an orange out at the game, so if you're going to work, you want to show off your Broncos pride, dress in the orange. Plain and simple.
Tony, thanks so much. We'll be right back.
KKTV 11 Sports.
And this ball to left center field and deep and gone. Grand slam, Mark Reynolds.
Yeah, the Colorado Rockies, they're on a roll, closing out their series with the Dodgers in a sweep. The big question now after this latest series, were the Dodgers in a slump or are the Rockies starting to surge as we inch closer to the postseason? The Rocks playing like a complete game on the road in Los Angeles. Top of the first, man on second, Nolan Arenado singles up the middle, bringing in Charlie Blackmon to start the scoring. Then we're going to jump to the top of the third. Arenado up again. He's going to go deep for the solo homer off the Dodgers' Rich Hill. 2-0 Sox, 2-0 Rocks at this point. Already saw this, bases loaded. Mark Reynolds jacks this one over the wall in left center for the grand slam. Reynolds, by the way, is nearing the 30 mark on home runs in 2017, 6-zip at that point. Top of the ninth. How about a little insurance? Trevor Story goes deep to left center. Say goodbye to that ball. The Rocks get a clean 8-1 victory, down the team with the best record in the National League for the sweep.
Again, this is a team that has over 90 wins already, and they're a good team. And to come in here, our guys should be very proud of that, how we played and handled this, this time of year.
Quick look at the NL wildcard standings. The Rocks are closing the gap with the Diamondbacks, back 5 games, and after today, they've got a 3-game lead over both the Cardinals and the Brewers. Critical series with the Diamondbacks starts tomorrow. A decisive Game 5 for the Colorado Springs Sky Sox and the Memphis Redbirds in the Pacific Coast League American Conference. The Sox in a big hole early on. Starting pitcher Aaron Brooks allowed 3 homers in the first inning, but bounced back, pitching 3 scoreless innings before Tim Dillard took over. Bottom of the 6th, the bats got hot for the Sox, down 8-3. Yadiel Rivera nearly knocks this ball out of the park. The double allows Troy Stoke Jr. to score. Then Nick Noonan, another hard hit ball, this time to center field. The sac fly allows another run to come in. Johnny Davis is going to ground out into a forced out here, but you know what? Brings a runner in. The Sox starting to rally now, 8-6. Too little, too late though. The 2017 season comes to a close as the Sox fall 13-10. The Redbirds go on to face the El Paso Chihuahuas for the Pacific Coast League Championship Series. Well, Rafael Nadal claiming his Sweet 16th Grand Slam title, getting the best of Kevin Anderson in the U.S. Open. Match point, Nadal makes the volley winner look easy with a little bump here. The victory marks Nadal's 3rd U.S. Open championship and his 16th Grand Slam title in his career. Only Roger Federer has more Grand Slam titles with 19. And in case you missed it, Martin Truex Jr. had a rough go in the Federated Auto Parts 400 last night, hitting the wall on the final lap, allowing Kyle Larson to find the checkered flag. But it's Truex Jr. with the advantage riding into the playoffs. He's atop the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series standings with 53 playoff points, leading Larson by 20 points. The playoffs start next weekend at Chicagoland Speedway. Well, and coming up later on in sports, NFL kicked off, so we'll have a ton of football highlights coming up in the second half hour of 11 News.
I mean, they out hit us, they out pitched us, they out defended us. So it was a tough series. So we got to bounce back.
Yeah, the Colorado Rockies not looking like a playoff-bound team as the Diamondbacks get a sweep and have a double-digit win streak going. The win over the Rocks today means the Diamondbacks have their longest win streak going since 2003. Not an easy go for the Rocks from the start. Charlie Blackmon up in the bottom of the 3rd. D-backs with a 1-0 lead. Blackmon nearly getting this ball out, but pitcher Zach Godley had a no-hitter at this point. We're going to jump to the bottom of the 5th. If anyone was going to help bring in a run, it would be Blackmon. He hits a single to left, and DJ LeMahieu would get the Rocks on the board to tie it up at 1. After that, it was all the Diamondbacks, though. Arizona claims a 5-1 victory. The Rocks are 4-6 in their last 10, hoping to keep those playoff hopes alive. Manager Bud Black has a simple plan to bounce back against the Giants tomorrow.
We got to out-pitch them. We got to out-hit them. I think that's the key. I mean, it's going to be a baseball game, and we're gonna go out there and play. We got to get some key hits. We got to make pitches. We got to play a good, sound game. That's what we need to do to bounce back. Play a good game.
Well, if the playoffs were today, the Nationals, Cubs, and Dodgers are the division leaders. Diamondbacks would be the first wild card team. MLB.com giving the Backs a 99% odds of making the postseason. The Rocks are currently duking it out with the Brewers. Speaking of which, the Brewers still battling for clinching their division over the Cubs. The Cubbies lost today, and the Brewers played host to the Nationals. Domingo Santana in the bottom of the 2nd blasted this one, making it 1-0. We're going to drop to the 4th. Santana up to the plate again here. Brewers up 2-0, a man on second. Santana with a second homer. You know what? The Brewers win 4-0. They're sneaking up on the Cubs in the National League Central. Well, a lot of Sky Sox fans and players are cheering for the Brewers. The Sox, by the way, playing host to the team they'll meet in the playoffs, the Memphis Redbirds. Bottom of the 3rd, Sky Sox getting thumped 5-0. Alfredo Tavar for Memphis doubles on a fly ball. He got a bit lazy, though, on his way to a triple. Lucky for the Sox, his triple turned into a pickle. The Sox would get some runs in, starting with De Jesus Jr. in the bottom of the fourth. Crushes the ball, nearly a home run. Stays in the park, though, turns into a triple. Sac fly would eventually bring him home. Sox would try to rally back, but they dropped this one 15-7. And let's take a quick look at how the Sox have matched up with the Redbirds this season. The two will meet Wednesday for the Sox' first playoff series in 20 years. So far, the two teams have met 15 times in 2017. The Sox have a one-game advantage in this current at-home series. Sox are 2-3 against the Redbirds, but these two teams match up well. The playoff series is a best of 5. They have one last regular season game tomorrow. For you die-hard Sky Sox fans, you know how much the team has changed since Friday when rosters in the MLB expanded from 25 to 40. The Brewers called up 4 players from Colorado Springs. The Sox are now playing without right fielder Brett Phillips and pitchers Brandon Woodruff, Junior Guerra, and Wei Chung Wang. We'll be right back in just a bit.